We saw Santander earlier. Just again, how important is that bat for you guys, wherever you slot him?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's one of our main run producers in the kind of years he's had the last few years. One of the better hitters in the American League, and switch hit, just damage from both sides, gets huge hits for us. So, it's fun to have been watching him grow over the last handful of years. Just the kind of not only player he is, but person he is too, and a huge part of our lineup.
What do you know about Matt Krook and another interesting lefty kind of in camp to look at?
Yeah, I know he's left-handed, and it sounds like he's interesting. Besides that, not much, to be honest with you.
But bullpen, you look at, he has experience starting.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. We'll get here and we'll go from there.
Has everyone reported?
The only one, Guzman, has had some visa issues. I think that's it. Yeah.
Verdict's here.
Burdick here?
What'd you say?
I think he is. I've been in 2.5 hours of meetings this morning, so I'm not sure if he's here. I saw Mateo this morning, so I was excited about that. Burdick, I haven't met yet. First time I've been outside since 6 a.m.
Speaking of Mateo, are you excited to get him some more reps in center field, perhaps? And how, again, we ask you this all the time, but his speed, his defensive ability, how important is that for you guys?
Well, he just has he helps us out in so many ways. One, he plays a premier shortstop. And start with that. And for me, he should have won the Gold Glove a couple years ago. But the ability to play everywhere else. I know he's played a bunch of second base and winter ball. He's played outfield in his career. He played center field a couple times for us last year. We're going to keep our options open with him, but he really increases the versatility we have on this club, and he can cover us in a lot of places.
I remember Bill Parcells always used to say in training camp that what he did was look for the last 6 or 7 guys on his roster. When you have a team now that's this good, is that what you're doing, looking for the last handful of guys on your roster?
Pretty much. Yeah, I like any Bill Parcells reference. Huge Bill Parcells fan. So thank you for that this morning. I think we have a few spots left in the bullpen. I think we need to iron that out. Back end of the rotation, anything can happen here in spring training. And yeah, they'll probably the last 2 or 3 spots in the position player side from the roster standpoint. So the last 6 or 7 it's probably pretty accurate. But we love the competition that we're going to have in camp, and hopefully we can stay healthy throughout to make some tough decisions.
At this point last year, Ryan O'Hearn was one of those guys kind of battling for a spot, and then just how impressed are you with what he brought to the team last year and just kind of the impact he made in his first season?
I mean, we weren't sitting here this time last year. We wasn't expecting Ryan O'Hearn to do what he did for us. Middle of the order against right-handed pitching, damage, unbelievable clubhouse guy, just unbelievably professional in every aspect, extremely well liked by everybody in our team and our clubhouse, and just massive hits for us all year long. So I love. It's great to see that. It's an awesome story, and I think Ryan can really, really hit. So expecting him to be another big part of our lineup again this year.
Did you anything or anybody anything about the fact that you don't want to write a guy off just because you might not know him, or he might be lower on the totem pole? Because it's not just O'Hearn. You've got Cano and other guys, Coulomb.
We've had a few awesome surprises here the last few years. Go back to Batista a couple of years ago. Was he going to be able to throw a strike or not? And turned out to be the best reliever and the one reliever of the year last year. To Cano last year. To Danny Coulomb was even in the camp last year with us. Ryan O'Hearn. Urias, like these type of guys. Sino Perez a few years ago. These type of guys. Hopefully we have a couple more of those this year, of guys that maybe we're not expecting as much, or kind of, we're maybe forecast something a little bit differently, and all of a sudden they turn into a Yennier Cano all-star first half. So hopefully that happens again this year.
Are there a couple that you've sort of pointed out to yourself that think, oh, this guy might be a sleeper?
Not yet. Let's watch him play first.
Do you see O'Hearn getting in that corner outfield mix a little bit, or do you see him mostly first DH again?
No, I think that I'll probably keep the corner outfield option open for him, just because of Mountie also, and Santander also, of guys that can play first base, and to keep all their bats in the lineup. to have O be able to go play some corner outfield, it's going to be important.
Is Jordan Westbrook a guy that could get maybe some corner outfield practice, or
Probably not right now.
Okay.
I think we're really going to focus on third and second with him. We're sprinkling still a little bit of shortstop, but mostly second and third.
I know you haven't seen them much yet this spring, but Cade Povich, Chase McDermott, what are you looking for out of those prospects? They've gotten some AAA time. They've had some success, a little bit of success at that level. What are you looking for out of them this spring?
Well, I watched them both throw yesterday, and they both have great stuff. And we saw Povich's stuff last year in big league camp, and they're close. And just want to see them how they compete in spring training. They don't have a ton of AAA experience, and they're both really young. So we love the progress they've made so far. Fortunate to get those guys in trades, and we think they're going to be starters down the road for us. When that is, I have no idea, but looking forward to seeing them compete in camp and getting this major league experience.
Within the range of outcomes, if one of those guys just absolutely blows you guys away, that they could make the opening day
Well, I
roster?
think we prefer to have them continue on their development track and not rush anybody too early. That being said, you never know with anything anytime, but I would think more likely they'll start in AAA and be in the rotation.